Hello, my friends. Here's my morning hair. Okay, I just was thinking what a great idea it would be to walk you through a 52-day card reading. So, this is an intermediate um, video, and if you have one of these books, you're going to get a lot out of this. If you don't, you can go to Robert Camp's website called seventhunders.com. Type in your birthday. I think he's still got the software up so that if you type in your birthday, you can find out your 52-day period card. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it to you. Hi, Rikara. Yay, I'm back. Tell me what your card is. Okay, so yeah, and then maybe we can do this for Rikara. Rikara. Okay, I'll start out doing it for myself. Okay, so I look up my card. Okay, and if you don't have one of these books or you don't have access to it, then just real quick, go to seventhunders.com, type in your birthday, and find out your card. Okay, so your year is divided up into 7 periods, starting on your birthday that last 52 days each, and there are 2 cards for where you are right now. So for where I am, I'm in my Saturn. Woo, woo. You know, when I was doing readings out of a, hi Jessica. Okay, 217. I'll look that up. Oh, I know what that is. That's the 8 of diamonds, right? When I was working at, out of a bookstore in Boulder and getting lots of clientele, the most frequent time people would come in, oh, that's awesome, would be during their Saturn period, because that's when the lessons come up. That's when so my observation over all these years was that Mercury, the very beginning period of the year, you plan and you think kind of about what's coming, which can be very encouraging. If a lot doesn't happen during that period, there's a, yeah, you're welcome. You're thinking about the year. Venus, you begin to engage with it. Mars, you begin the act of doing, pursuing. There's more fire energy. During the Jupiter period, it's expanding, and you may be experiencing kind of more of fullness of what it's about. Any period can be more or less challenging depending on that year, the cards that year, or your particular relationship to that planet. So, like, I have a friend who's really into the cards. She's a 10 of hearts, and she has a real tricky relationship with Uranus because of her Western astrological chart. So her Uranus period is always the hard one. Used to be Saturn for me, and then I did all this growth. Hi, Tanisha. I did all this personal growth. Plus, after 45, things can really shift. It's like a graduation after the age of 45. So my relationship with Saturn flipped. So this period that I'm in Saturn now is much different. So I've got 9 of Spades, King of Hearts. Oh, so let me show you what I did. This is perfect. I was really frustrated one day, and I was like, okay, I know it was on the beginning of my Saturn period. It was March 3rd. So but I said, before I look at my cards, I'm going to do an animal card reading and see if I can pull out some major themes. And I did. And then I looked at my cards, and the same themes came out. It was so cool. And it kind of guided where to put my microscope, so to speak. You're in your Jupiter. Is it good? Is it a positive experience? Jessica will be in her Mercury. Rikara, when is your birthday? Yeah, and type in what your cards are or your birthday, and I'll tell you. Okay, so here's what I did. So I have 9 of Spades and King of Spades. So then I started with 9 of Spades, the top card, the Sun card. Okay, so if I am, okay, you're the 9 of Diamonds. Great. So all right, so if you are the 9 of Spades, that's your Sun card, right? What's your Moon card? It's the one right behind it. And then there's this whole hand. So that's why I wrote this book. And I know that maybe some of you have it, but let's just go through this. So I just wrote down the moon, here's my moon, here's my sun. This is how I'll be feeling. This is what will give me comfort. Okay, Rikara, June 30, is that the King of Hearts? Yeah, King of Hearts, Two of Hearts. If you guys are really into this, I should do a workshop based on, like, I want to do a reverse reading where I've learned that you can read the cards backwards. It's so cool. And it's a totally different spin. So rather than your hand going forward, you go backward. Yeah, I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. And it answers a lot of questions. And it interacts, and like it's this living thing that interacts with the current astrology. So like the moment Venus went direct, there was a flip from looking at your Venus card going the direction that we learn. And okay, thanks you guys. I need to call up my marketing friend and ask her for help how to do a webinar. I'll figure it out. I have been working on that. Anyway, there was a flip from how Venus was acting when we're in retrograde versus direct. So actually, when it goes direct, you read your hand backwards. And that's the Masonic Hermetic principle of to go back, you go forward, to go forward, you go back. So that's a whole other subject, but it's like, oh my God, it's mind blowing. And when you get into the cards, it's like stuff like that comes to you and you're like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. One time my guides told me, okay, this chart that we have, they said, not only can you read your hand this way and this way, this way and this way, but this way and this way. And I'm like, oh my God, this is 3-dimensional and we're only seeing the 2-dimensional. And they're like, yep. And I'm like, that's too much. Let's do that in the next lifetime. Oh, yes, hit the like button. Rikara, thank you so much for saying that. Hello, miss. I bought the King of Diamonds card explanation. It was amazing. Could you speak more on this card, please? I would love to. So we have a King of Diamonds and a King of Hearts. So this will be relevant for both of you. Have you noticed when you meet someone who's right next to you, and this could be like 8 of Hearts, 9 of Hearts. I just did a relationship reading for 2 of those, and I was like, oh my God. That was the most past life connections and Circle of 7 connections I think I've ever seen. It's like you guys have a massive history together. That is the funnest thing to do. Like it's $35. You send me your email, the 2 birthdays, and the nature of the relationship. And then I tune into you and I look at your 2 cards and I see past life connections and present life connections. So this gives you like the cushion or the mattress of support, really. And, or maybe something you haven't quite finished from over here. And then the present life may just be like 2 planets. And it's like, okay, that's why this song is being played all the time, even though you feel the presence of these other energies. It helps explain relationships in a wonderful way. So where was I? Oh, when you see cards next to each other, like we have a King of Diamonds and a King of Hearts here, you will find, okay, so do you know what I mean by next to each other? When they're next to each other like this. Okay, so this person's Mercury card is this Mercury Venus. This person is Mercury Venus. So this will be Mercury to the King of Diamonds, meaning the way they think and speak and communicate. The 6 of Hearts, there is an awareness of the feelings of others. That's why King of Diamonds are cheerleaders. They're this emotional support system for other people. It's just how they operate. The Mercury is the modus operandi. It's the vehicle of how your energy travels through the world and interacts with others. It's like this filter, these glasses that you're always wearing. Always. It's not who you are, it's how you communicate yourself to the world. So the King of Diamonds communicates themselves with awareness, decor, fairness, kindness. The 6 of Hearts above all. I'm thinking of Steve Martin. Kindness. Kindness. From Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Anyway, kindness. It's the how they think and communicate. And they're saying, talk about their Venus. Their Venus card is the 4 of Clubs, which means Venus is more how they interact with people. So the King of Diamonds, how they interact in relationship, kind of in a more separated by time. So it's not how they're thinking, seeing, and how it feels when they communicate. It's more how they, this is a relationship and this is how I will relate to you. The Four of Clubs is the card of, okay, let's get you organized. Let's think clearly. Let's figure out what's sane and real and practical. The Four of Clubs, okay, in my practice, I have seen fewer Four of Clubs than any other card. They don't come in for help because they are the sanity card. They're like, I've got this figured out. So that's how the King of Diamonds wants to help other people, is like, let me help organize you. Okay, now I'm going to back up to the King of Hearts, or the King of Hearts, and how they deal with people. So they will have, so the King of Diamonds is how they communicate, and that is a constant assessment of what is important. So who is our King of Diamonds? Is that what I'm looking for? King of Hearts. Oh, this is the June 30th, Rikara. So Rikara, your mode of communication is, as you communicate yourself to the world, you're always asking the question of integrity. What's the right thing to do, the right thing to speak and act, and how can I act toward this person in an honorable way? And the words priority, should, and important. Diamonds are so irritating with that. I'm a diamond. And like, I torture myself constantly with like, what's really important? What's the most important thing here? It's like, well, how do you feel? You know, you could ask that question. Or what do you think? What do you believe? Or what are you going to do? That's a spade. So the diamond is always like, what's the most important thing here? So there's this kind of largesse of spirit that they bring. Okay, their Venus card is the Six of Hearts, meaning how they relate to people. How to ground my words. Interesting. Yeah. How to think. That's a whole other study, is whatever suit your Mercury card is in, you know. Well, no, this has more to do with your, yeah, I'm not going to pursue that one, but whatever suit your Mercury card is, think of how often you communicate with the energy of that suit. Oh my God, my hair is insane today. Hi, Eptem. What's your name? Sometimes I get like, that might be a real person, and sometimes it's just this weird, what is that? So if you go to the left of each card, it shows different traits. One to the left, communication, two to the left, interaction. Yeah, it's called your hand. Interaction. Yeah. Oh my God, Emil. Okay, so this is going to be a huge revelation for you. Everyone has a hand that they're dealt. And Robert Camp does talk about this in his first book, Love Cards. But that's how it works out for everybody. So this is your, is Emil, the 2nd of July, the King of Diamonds. Okay, so Moon, this is your Moon card, your emotional launch pad. You probably had loving parents, someone who really loved you in a fatherly way. Doesn't mean father was perfect, but you had a sense of support, emotional support. And this is Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Down and to the left, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. You can go on my website and listen to a 4-minute talk for free on how this is your Pluto card. You just look up your hand and I'll talk about why the 10 of Hearts is your death and rebirth card and experience. It's family. Family is a little challenging to the, yeah. But anyway, so my whole point in all of this, and this is so ADD of me, I have one point, but then I make up, 600 other points. Thanks, Jessica. It is gold. I'm so ADD. I'm like, how do I get this into the world? It's a miracle I wrote this book. So, anyway, the Six of Hearts is Venus to the King of Diamonds, but it's Mercury to the King of Hearts, but it's Mercury to the King of. So their style of relating, the King of Hearts, is I'm not making this very clear. It's easier with Mars and Venus. Okay, let me just say it this way. To the King of Hearts, the act of the Four of Hearts let's do logic, practicality. Sometimes they're sticklers for logic. Sometimes they can't get out of their fucking logic to see something else, something beyond the mind or a belief. They can be very passionate about the belief. Whereas to the King of Diamonds, the Four of Clubs is more of the relationship thing. So versus doing, it's being with someone. So what I'm saying is that, like the chakras, there's this valence thing, positive, negative for male and female, like the heart, because women have boobs, it's a yang. I am thrusting myself into the world with my heart. So their heart is positive valence, whereas for a man, it's negative valence, it's receiving. Obviously, we know which one of their chakras is positive and thrusting into the world, and which one of ours is negative and receptive, yin and yang. So, in the same way, the cards are like it's not exactly positive, negative, but every other sign or every other card in your hand has a certain energy that is kind of the opposite of the one right next to it. So a card next to you, you'll have a similar view of the world, but there's going to be this constant friction sort of. So it seems like you have basically the same hand and you look at the world in the same way or have the same experiences, but it's more like you're standing on either side of either card all the way down. So there's like this feeling of like we get along great and we're like siblings, but like siblings. That kind of sums it up. Like we're always fighting. I was just asking myself last night, why is it very common for siblings to fight? And it's because they're born next to each other and they see their parents in slightly different ways. So it's like, it's this, no, it's this. And they're in the same ballpark. So anyway, I wanted to make that point about cards next to you. So when you're doing a 52-day reading, Emil, I'm going to dive into kind of an advanced study here. So if you get this book, Emil, let's do yours since you might be a little bit more at the beginning here. Should I do Emil? So Emil, let me just review. Got to go back to the comments and just refresh. Okay, so you're the King of Diamonds. Okay, and how old are you? So what we'll do is we'll go to the King of Diamonds page. And you're like, oh, I wish you would do me. Well, you can call me for a reading. And we can do this on the phone. It's true. So I charge a sliding scale between $60 an hour and $120 an hour. 60 is like my bottom for students. And it's just pretty much pay what you can in between there. And we can do a, 15-minute session or, hour and a half. So, Emil, how old are you? 23. Okay. So you go to this book. It's worth every penny. And you go to the 23rd year, which should be at the bottom of the page there. 23. And because your birthday is July 2nd, we go to the back of the book where it gives us the 52-day periods. Isn't it wonderful that this man produced all of this information? It was just time. So you look at King of Diamonds on, and this, like, you should take a snapshot of the screen. Like, look at this, it's at 18 minutes, 50 seconds. Take a snapshot of this. Because on July 2nd, you'll see the planetary period breakdown. So where are we now? We're at March 10th or something. Your Uranus period begins in 10 days. So that's the good news. You'll be out of Saturn in 10 days. You're still in your Saturn period, which began, so it's getting kind of old and moldy by now, January 27th. So you have just 10 more days to learn the lessons of your Saturn period. And you have Queen of Diamonds, Three of Clubs. Okay, the first thing I have to ask you is, have you been kind of like getting a lot of insights about people, but you've also been kind of sharp-tongued? That's, diamond females are infamous for being like really insightful, but cruel with our tongue because there's this frustration and impatience when people aren't getting these insights about themselves. They can't see it. And we're like, and It may be right, but it's not always kind. So having this in Saturn means it's really your job to work on that. It's the truth teller. Your truth teller is getting worked over in Saturn. What is the purpose of that truth telling function? Oh, the name of the book is Destiny Cards, or The Cards of Your Destiny by Robert Camp. Um, Also, it's about service-oriented business. Okay, and you have another card of influence, which we won't go into, but it's the Three of Clubs, which is the writer's card, or the I'm going to express myself with words. So it can be just talking, it depends on your personality style, how that's going to manifest. But that external processing is going to really help you figure out what's going on. And I would suggest make sure you do a lot of writing. Interestingly, the Three of Clubs is also your karma card. Okay, so here's the King of Diamonds. You go over in the corresponding position, the intersection of Mars and Venus, the Three of Clubs. So what that means is you are inherently the Three of Clubs in there somewhere. Either that's something that you've mastered, the art of words and speaking and thinking. It's an expressive, kind of more of a right brain function. It's not, the Four of Clubs is more logic. The Three of Clubs is more the curvy river. Let's find our way here by talking about it. That may have been something that you mastered in a past life. So that's kind of supporting this energy of like, ooh, how do I grind out and express my insights and tell other people the truth? Okay, and there's a nurturing energy about that. Even though we're sharp-tongued, we're really trying to uplift and support and bring clarity and sanity to something. Self-judgment is the stickler, and that may be something that you're projecting onto other people. So that's something to look at. Okay, so here's the advanced way to do a reading about that. So we take one card. Oh, thanks. We take one card. We take that first card of influence, the Queen of Diamonds. So here's a close-up. Can you see that? I'm sorry if you can't. It's a big book and it's falling apart. The Queen of Diamonds. So what we do is we look at her whole hand, because you're not just Queen of Diamonds for 52 days. You have Mercury things going on. What are you thinking about? What is going to give you a sense of emotional support and security? So you look at the whole Queen of Diamonds hand, and that's what my book is for. So you got a Destiny Cards book. Now what? Okay, so you can find this on Amazon. I recently got that fixed. It was unavailable for years, and I didn't even know about it. But anyway, and it's $13 because that's a symbolic number with the cards. So you take the Queen of Diamonds. For the emotional support, you have to back up. So where do you go? You can't back up. So you go up to the top here. The Ace of Diamonds is the emotional support card. So alone time and asking yourself the question, what do I really want? What do I want? Okay, so the Queen of Diamonds is the intersection of Mercury and Saturn. Mercury is truth, telling the truth, speaking, expressing yourself, especially the vertical. This is something I figured out. The vertical lines are like divine Mercury, divine Venus, divine Jupiter. So you look down this line, you see all the cards that are in the Jupiter line. These people are divine Jupiter. They have come here to give. Okay, so we had an Eight of Diamonds in the crowd. The February 17th, you're one of those cards, the 10 of Spades, Jack of Hearts, 4 of Clubs, 10 of Diamonds, 3 of Spades, 7 of Spades, and 8 of Hearts. All of these people have this intrinsic divine Jupiter energy, which is, I'm here to give. I'm here to make something big, invite everybody in. They don't even think about it. It's just who they are. And the Saturn, all of these, divine, what is your divine vertical? And okay, so since we have the King of Hearts, your divine vertical is Mercury. So the King of Hearts is, there's something about you speaking the truth passionately because you're in Mars. Speaking action, speaking the passion of action to others. Okay, divine Venus, I'm divine Venus, I'm right here. Divine Venus, King of Diamonds, is, I'm just here to love. Relationship is my life. It's my life. I don't exist without relationship. Yeah. I'm also horizontal Venus, which means I'm all the dysfunction of Venus too. The caretaking, the projecting, the blah, blah, blah. You know, it's drama, drama. First 45 years of my life, drama, drama. Everybody in this line, drama. I love them. So anyway, so your emotional support with the King of Diamonds this month is to write out what you want and be alone. Mercury, what are you thinking about? How are you planning? How are you planning to get away? The Five of Hearts is like, I need to leave. I need to go away. Just need to get away. Okay, so there's some themes emerging here. You have a lot of intense work that you're doing, and the self care is to separate yourself. The Five of Hearts is also the inner child saying, not just what do I want, value, but and like what's important. It's more like what feeds me? What do I need? I need to watch Harry Potter and eat chocolate. What does the inner child need? So you may be thinking about those needs or communicating about them, asking other people those questions. What is your Venus? Okay, so if you're a man, you can look at your Venus card. You can tell the primary women in your life, this is going to describe you this month because you're my woman. You're the woman in my life. You're the Venus. The Mars will tell you about the men in your life. It's a crazy thing. It's so multidimensional. That's the cards. They're multidimensional. So, yes. So the women in your life, Three of Clubs, they're talking a lot. And you also, yes, you also have this card. You have the Queen of Diamonds and the Three of Clubs right now. So you have the entire Saturn line in the Saturn period. Oh, honey, it's all about your issues. Are you working on your issues? Internal work. Internal work indicated by odd cards that have the dot in the middle. The dot in the middle, or the pip. Odd cards are an indication of internal work. External work are like creating structures outside things. Those are the even cards and like the Mars line. Tasky, internal work. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, you can. It is kismet.com. Yeah, and then like, if you want to book a cosmic connection, I'm not sure if it will give you my phone number to text me. Okay, I'm just going to say it out loud. I'm not going to type it in, but I'm going to say my number out loud if you want to text me. So we're at 28 minutes, 10 seconds, 970-402-6481. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. You can just text me and say, hey, can we set something up? So that is how you do this extended reading. Okay, so this is a good tool. Like you're sitting there and you're like, God, I am so depressed about my housing situation. There's a place you can look to find out what your work is or what is going to happen during this period, and it's your Uranus card. I'm so frustrated about my housing situation. Uranus rules real estate. So we would take, okay, we'll continue with this Queen of Diamonds. Is this upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. We'll continue with the Queen of, if you have the Queen of Diamonds right now, you'd look at your Uranus card. So, ML, let me know if this is relevant for your housing. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. The Five of Diamonds is your Uranus card. It means there's a change, a restlessness, a dissatisfaction. Did I tune into that maybe? And it indicates that you need to ask yourself, what do I want? Okay, so there's a lot of this, what do I want going on right now? It's a very clarifying question. Does it make you feel selfish? Well, then you need to look at that because sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. You do you. It's our responsibility to find out what we want and then communicate it clearly to others and let the chips fall where they may. Let them just be where they're at. So the Five of Diamonds, you write a list of what you don't want and what's uncomfortable. And then, oh, yes, you do. Okay. You can also find me on Facebook and do Messenger. You can send me a message. So, Paul, I have several pages on Facebook, and two of them I can't access. Unfortunately, I can't really access I can, I guess. It's just really challenging to access the Kismet cards is on Facebook. But if you would be so kind as to find Paula Kruger on Facebook, there are two of those. And you could go to the old one or the new one. But anyway, just we can eventually find each other. Sorry, it's problematic. I got a little shadow banned for a while, and there was the problem with Facebook. So, yeah, you can take anything in your life and say, I have a question about this. And then depending on, and I've made extensive lists. Gosh, where could you find that? This might be another workshop to do, but extensive lists of what category to look in for what issue. So if anybody wants to just pop in there, what is a particular issue that's really up for you right now? And it may be very obvious what category it's in, or it might not be. So yeah, pop in there a category, an aspect of your life, like relationship, job, my car. You look at your Mercury card for answers about your car. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, any questions or comments or anything? Wanting to get pregnant. Good one. Okay, so there are also cards to look for that indicate pregnancy. The parental cards are King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. That's mother and father. Ace of Hearts is baby. Hearts are people. And hearts represent infancy and childhood. So anywhere that hearts show up. Okay, so wanting to get pregnant. God, that's a good one. I've never really thought about that. Let me think. Well, it kind of sort of like, so what you can do, Tanisha, is you can take the book, look for the Ace of Hearts, King of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. And sometimes it's tricky because the card of your child shows up that year. And of course, you're not going to know that till after they're born and you know their birthday. Okay, you're over 40. This might be Uranus then. Look at your Uranus cards. Okay, so you could do a Uranus card study. You could look, okay, so you see an Ace of Hearts, which is the birth card in your Jupiter period. You look up that card and then look up its Uranus card. You can go hunting for Uranus. You can go hunting for Uranus in lots of places. So, yeah. And you can also look at your Uranus card in your hand to see how that is kind of, influenced. Let me look at, oh, yeah. My Uranus card is the King of Hearts, which meant I'm extremely fertile. It's not a problem for me. It was the problem in the other direction. Wow. Look at your Uranus card for birth. I never thought about that because it's something beyond our control. It's something unexpected. It's something that has a mind of its own. It's quirky. Yeah, I think, and it's cosmic. It's interesting. I've never thought about this. Yeah, okay, Tanisha, I think you said you're the Nine of Diamonds. Is that right? Let me just scroll back and see. Yes, I should definitely do a workshop. It would be so fun with you guys because you're so into it. You're in Saturn. Okay, wait, Nine of Diamonds. Okay, so what's your Uranus card? Excuse me. It is the Four of Diamonds. Ah! The Four of Diamonds, the big illusion they have about life. Okay, and they're in illusion. A lot of their hand is in the Neptune line. The illusion with the Four of Diamonds is that they have to work for it. The key is what's under it. the Five of Spades over here. The Five of Spades is I want to go, move, travel, have fun, have an adventure. It's more about answering the question of where do I want to go on a vacation or a trip, or what big moves and changes, relocations, that desire energy, which might also be an indication that you may have had unexpected moves in the course of your life, with that being your Uranus card and ruling housing. Otherwise, housing is pretty stable. So the Four of Diamonds can be a very stable influence, but it's also just enough. So, yeah, issues around getting pregnant would be clarity of values. Do a study about, hi, Alex. It would be to do a study, Army brat, lots of moving. Do a study around, God, I just had it a second ago. What is very clear to me about what's important to me. It's kind of like the bare minimum, like when you're making a list of things you have to do today and you put a star by that item because you're like, I have to get that done today. If I get nothing else done, the bare minimum, or like, what is the bare minimum income that I need to get by? It's like if you whittle it down. So what are the most important things in your life? What do you value the most? So wanting to get pregnant really brings a deep desire. So go deep into that desire. What do I really want? What do I really, really want? What's under that? What's under that? What's under that? So that desire to get pregnant may be pulling you into that conversation. Why is this so important to me? And that may be more about life purpose. It may be leveraging you to answer that question, which may be more important than getting pregnant. Answering that question. And then watch my video on my Paula Kruger YouTube channel that I just did about letting go. It was so awesome. Letting go, the language of letting go. And both my readings this morning, randomly, September 1st and July 23rd, were all about just let it go. Be clear about what you want, then let it go. Let it go, let it go, which means you're trusting God. You're trusting someone that loves you. You're trusting the love in the universe. You're trusting the wisdom of your higher self. Either you're in fear and striving and make it happen, or you're in trust. My life is guided. My higher self and God knows, and I'm going to be okay. Love or fear. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about? It's been 40 minutes. I'm sure you guys have things to do, places to go. One more question. I'll take one more question. Anything from anyone. Please talk about my card, or here's my question about my life, and you have to include your age. Oh, thank you. I love to show up in this way. It's so incredibly fulfilling because this is my genius, and my ADD is like, I don't know how to get this out into the world, so I just do it when I feel like it. Any questions? Any questions at all? I'll look up your card. Give me your birthday, your age, and then we'll look up your card and answer the question. Ooh, is that fun or what? I should do that more often. Just do like a reading from the book. Yes, I'm going to start to do that. Be so tasty. One time, one person, get on Clubhouse. What is that? Is it an app or something? I'm going to look it up. The social audio app. I was told twice in one day that I have a radio voice and that I should do radio, and maybe this is it. Can I do like podcasts on here? Blog, jobs, download Clubhouse. Okay. Get. Thank you. It's a free app that everyone is on. You can do rooms about the cards. Rooms. Install. Isn't it weird how it makes that little vibration? It's like, ooh, it's a physical thing happening in my phone. Phones creep me out. I have a little star on the camera, and the camera is designed so that you can't hardly see it. You have to have it in exactly the right angle. Oh, here's my 10 of hearts. Um, sorry. Oh, that is so annoying, isn't it? Yep, I lost 2 people. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. I will love it. Okay, so no more questions where I can do a specific reading for you on your cards in your life. I'll walk you in when I see you pop up. That is so cool. Walk me in. So that's something that you can do with somebody. Okay, Clubhouse. I'm opening up the app. We're doing this in real time. Sign up. Okay, I have to give them my phone number. I hate doing that. Oh, I gave them the wrong one. By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to our terms of service. I hope that I don't regret this. 641. Next. Enter the code we just sent you. 511681. 511681. Let's set up your profile. Oh, this is going to take forever, right? I love it. Welcome to Clubhouse. Let's set up your profile. Import from Twitter. I do have a Twitter account, but no, that's good. At Paula Kruger is my username. Add a photo. We'll do this cute little selfie here. There's my dog in the background. Perfect. Next. You guys are so awesome. Wow. Let's find your friends. Okay. Would like to access your contacts. Should I do that? I'm going to say don't allow. 5 topics that you enjoy. Spirituality, relationships, the future. Oh, okay. Welcome newbies. Should I do that? Let's see. Welcome newbies and support. Support. Next. Okay. Here's some clubs. Skip. Okay. Astrology. That's awesome, but I'm going to skip that. Cross-checking our files. They'll probably give me a search option in a second, huh? This is so amazing. Okay. These are individuals. No, I don't want you to choose them for me. Yes. Don't send me notifications. Search Clubhouse. Okay. Rikara. Barnes. Oh, there you are. Okay, follow. Following. So what do I do next? Should I also look for Tanisha? Yeah. Okay, how are you in there? What's your name in there, Tanisha? There's a lot of Tanishas. Tanisha Hall, thank you. Okay, there's a couple of them. Queen It Shall Be, Tanisha Wa, Brunch Mom Stock. Mom, musician, multitasker. Does that mean you're ADD? I'm happy to be in the building. Founder of Brunch. Yeah, there are three of them. Okay, so Tanisha, these are the three that it's offering me. Which one are you? Oh my God, that's so cool. We can ping each other in rooms. Okay. I see the rooms. This is just amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me on this. But Tanisha, I want to follow you. So which one are you? You can find me on there. Okay. I'm going to say rooms. No rooms found. Cancel. Finish setup to find your rooms. Pick your languages. Should I do this? Finish setup. English. Enable contacts. Don't allow. Don't allow. Follow 19 more people. Join 5 more clubs. Connect Twitter. Share your profile. No. I want to do that. So, oh, really? Okay. You can walk around in the hallways and go into different rooms of your. Oh, how interesting. It won't, I have to finish this to set, like, enable contacts and notifications. Did you guys say yes on all that? Okay, I'm just going to follow all these people. Oh, there are a few people that do the cards, so I'll ping you as they come up. Oh, interestingly. Okay. And I'm not sure, like, what that means. Follow 4 more people. Okay. 1, 2, 5. Yes, I want notifications. Oh, okay. Enable notifications. Okay, go to settings, notifications. Clubhouse notification settings. Okay, right. Room notifications, message, trend, other. Okay, I'm taking off trend and other. When follow, speak, start rooms, etc. Back channel messages, waves. Okay. Okay. Did you ping me? Okay, there's a bell. Ah! Okay. What did you want me to do? Friend you. Okay, if I start a room. Oh, my friends. How do I friend you? Upcoming for you. Oh, did you guys friend each other? Okay, so if I start a room, my friends, cards, start room, microphone. Oh, leave quietly. Peace out. Oh my God.
Hi, Paula.
Oh my God!
Welcome.
This is so insane. Technology.
Yes, and so once you put like you put cards, and most people they'll put like club, diamond, heart, and spade. So they'll put the the emojis kind of thing, so people will know. And then people that are into the cards, you just pop right in your room. You'll just start seeing them pop in, and you'll just be like, "Hey, everybody!" So they're just listening to you talk, and you might do a card of the day, or you might do the energy of the day, or whatever you want. You're the boss.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, how can Tanisha get in here?
All right, let me see if I could, Tanisha, ping her in here.
Maybe I'll say change who can join. Anyone I invite.
So I just pinged her. Yep, and you can. I don't know if there's like a button that says.
There
you
she
could
is.
like open it up to everybody coming. Because sometimes you can start private. There I am.
Hi,
Hey,
Tanisha.
Yay!
And Mari.
Yeah, this is perfect. Hi, Mari.
Oh, her microphone. There. Okay.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
So Mari is one of your friends?
Say that one more time.
Is Mari one of your friends? Is that how she?
Nope, but I'm about to follow Mari because Mari's a Five of Clubs. Okay, so she's already into the cards, right, Mari? Yes. All Five of Clubs. Yeah, so everybody just initiated Paula into the new, and again, I've never been a moderator, so I don't know. I know you can delegate people to be moderators to kind of moderate the room and put people on stage or put them in the audience so that they, or mute everybody, or you'll play with it. You'll get the hang of it.
Wow. Okay, I hope so. I'm a real troglodyte, so I don't know. Moderators can change this in the room settings. Okay, so if I make you a moderator, like, can I? Okay, maybe these 3 dots. Allow room chat, show captions, search room, pinned link. Oh, it's so much.
I'll be learning it together with you too.
Oh, thank you.
So you have like a party hat at the bottom. That's like newcomers, so that lets everybody know that you're new to the app. And
oh, okay.
You'll see people with like a green star. Well, not a star, but it's like a green emoji, like almost like where your party hat is. It'll be green. That'll let you know they're moderators. So if you go into other rooms and you see that green, they can moderate the room.
Okay.
I think that means the person who started the room delegated them as like their administrators, if you will.
Okay.
But they also do, I don't know if they do it weekly or daily, they also do onboarding. So the people that created the app, which would be thousands of people in the room, you could just go in and listen to, they'll walk you through how everything works, what the buttons do, how to start rooms, how to make it private, how to do all of that stuff.